Ladies and gentlemen, Saber fans all around, the Tie-Dye Jedi here, and it is my pleasure to bring to you my latest creation. This is the Blind Knight by Solo's Hold with the fully removable chassis designed by Goth 3D Designs and installed by me. This will serve as Center Cosplay's instructional video for his new Saber. I hope that he loves it. So we'll start with the chassis. You do have access to your SD card right here front and center, so you can push down on that and gain access to your SD card, and then you can slide it back in there. On the back here by the speaker, you have a 1.3mm recharge port and a main power switch that, when slid down towards the bottom of the chassis, will activate the power on the chassis. In between the colors here, you have your little button tucked in there that powers the chassis on and off. So when you go to put the chassis inside the Saber, you will want to make sure that it's turned on first. You'll have to unscrew the pommel off the bottom of the Saber. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to line this groove here that goes down the front of the chassis up with your buttons, like so, and just slide her up in there. And you may have to wiggle it a bit to find the sweet spot, but it should, without much pressure, slide the rest of the way up in the Saber. There we go. And once it is all the way in, it should rotate to the right pretty easily, and you'll know when it's fully lined up when the triangles on the side of the control box light up. And then your power button should be in line with the chassis. Screw the bottom on there. And you're ready to go. Functionality wise, this is the Nano Biscotti V4 by Plecter Labs. So a quick press to the ignition button will turn on the Saber, but it will take a longer press to turn the power off. A quick press will not accidentally deactivate your Saber. It takes about 2-second hold. Now, if you do the same 2-second hold when you're powering on the Saber, you will hear a beep noise, and releasing after the beep noise will initiate silent mode on the Saber. Silent mode will remain engaged until you turn the Saber off, in which case the power sound will come back on. Now, if you hold the button down longer past the first beep, you will get a second beep, which will switch to the next sound font on the board. The Nano Biscotti holds 3 sound fonts, so you can scroll between your 3 sound fonts by long presses on the button. And then again, it's a long press to turn it off, quick press to turn it on, long press to turn it off. Now, just like in the film, to be screen accurate, the top of the Saber is removable by unscrewing the top pin here. You can wiggle the top end of the Saber out, and this is kind of necessary before you remove the chassis. Whenever you go to remove the chassis, you do have to use the ring on the bottom to rotate a quarter turn back to the left until your lights go back out. But at that point, you do not want to pull on the ring on the bottom of the Saber. This will almost for sure break that ring off pretty quickly. Once you've rotated it back over, you want to push your finger down on the top of the chassis here and back the chassis out as far as you can that away, and then grab onto the actual chassis and finish your removal. You don't want to pull it out by the thing there. So again, when you're putting it in, it's a little easier to see there. You want to line the groove up with the buttons. And when you go to slide it back out, you want to push from the top. So that's about it. I hope you really enjoy your saber. It's been a pleasure to work on it. I am the Tie-Dye Jedi, out.